Welcome to the show. Today we're going to be talking about the 6 keys to happiness. So, happiness is a problem these days. A lot of people are unhappy. A lot of people, look at, the sales of Prozac and antidepressants and all this different stuff. And, people are stressed out with their jobs and they're stressed out just in life and about all the, things they have to deal with. And so usually it's not just the things, usually it's not the circumstances or, the problem per se, or whatever. It's just that how we internalize it, what's going on in our own bodies and our reaction to it. So the 6 keys to having, this is how you create a good body, right? To live in a mind and a body and a spirit, so that you can deal with all these problems and situations and not go completely freaking nuts. So the big thing, right, is to do this every day. You got to move. Most people, they don't move, and that's their problem. They sit in a desk and they don't ever, walk. The human body is designed to move throughout the day. That's, what we were built to do. And a lot of people just don't do it. And that's why we have all these health problems, because the thing is that the human body is like a factory, right? And let's say you have this huge factory and then on the factory you have like these different warehouses that produce stuff. Well, what happens if, you have old, warehouse that doesn't really produce anything anymore? Well, you're going to turn the lights out. You're going to shut it down. You're not going to use that part of the lot there, right? So that's the same thing with the body. If you're not using the systems in the body, right, that generate these enzymes and these chemicals that keep your blood circulating, keep you moving, keep your endorphins going, keep your digestive system going, all that different stuff, then it's going to start to shut it down, right? So that's what you got to do. You got to move. And it doesn't really matter, right? I'm not a big you have to work out this specific way to get this. You have to do CrossFit. You have to do bodybuilding. You have to do yoga. You have to do this. Forget all that. I really like the Bruce Lee approach about everything is you just take what's useful, right? For you, the individual, right? And then you use that and leave the rest. Just throw it away. It doesn't matter, right? If it doesn't work for you, don't do it, right? Some people, I know a guy that, lifting weights doesn't really work for him, but, he likes to do yoga. I know a chick that loves to do weights but hates yoga. So whatever. It's all about your personal preference. What are you going to find helpful? It's just movement. You could do Tai Chi or you can do MMA. It doesn't matter. So, it depends on your body, right? And it depends on your body type. What are you more drawn to? So that's just set yourself up for success. That's what it's really about. Don't try to go against the grain or against, your nature, right? Embrace it and then go all out, And the next thing that we're going to talk about is grit. So the problem today is that nobody has grit. My grandmother lived to 98 and she was one of the toughest ladies I've ever met in my entire life. And she worked 3 jobs. She raised 3 boys. She, went through all those, problems back in the day. And, you never hear her complain or whine or anything like this. Nowadays, everybody's addicted to complaining and to whining. And, it becomes habitual, It becomes, your mind becomes conditioned to it, right? To complain and to whine and things like that. Don't get wrapped up in that. Don't get wrapped up in those people that want to whine and complain and talk about the news and all this different stuff. Just don't even deal with them because it's not going to help you and it's not going to make you a better person, right? It doesn't do anything. It's just mental masturbation. So the thing is you got to have some toughness, right? And you have to have the willingness to go through whatever it takes to get to where you want to go. And that's what it's really about, just having that grit. So many people today, I'm going to pick on millennials here for a second, are just so soft, right? It's just like a strong gust of wind comes by and just takes them away. They can't handle, situations. There was a report about how these colleges were having trouble with these millennials, because they didn't have any toughness in them, and they would drop out because it was too difficult, and they had never faced it because everybody gets a freaking trophy now. Everybody's a winner. It's just like you need to have that, contrast. You need to have winners and losers. And the majority of my life is when I lost, man, it made me a better person. It didn't make me a worse person, It made me realize, reevaluate what I need to do to get to the next level, or what I need to do to change my life to be a better person, to get where I want to go. And it's not like I feel jealousy or anger towards anybody that's ever beat me at something, or a job that I wasn't successful at. It's just I learned the most from those situations, took what I could get and then capitalize on it and utilize it. So that's the real way to approach a situation like that. The next thing is, number 3, is going to be eat hearty. You need to eat well. I mean, the problem, most Americans today, they don't eat well. They, all this junk food, refined, processed, sugars, all this different stuff, shop on the outside of the grocery store, not on the inside. Just eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and, you don't have to go crazy, and it doesn't have to be, super scientific, and you don't have to, just get so crazy with it. Just try to eat, 5 to 6 small meals a day. If that doesn't work for you, try some intermittent fasting, or find a diet out there. There is a diet. And diet, by the way, only means like your nutritional plan. I mean, if you eat McDonald's every day, that's your freaking diet. So just find a meal plan that's going to work for your life, that you can do consistently, right, on a regular basis, right, and build yourself up to it. Make some plans to be successful. Don't just start out like, I'm just going to eat, raw chicken breast 6 times a day with blah, 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 and, only vegetables from the Himalayan mountains, I mean, don't, 0 to 60 is just never works for people, right? You got to start out, set yourself up for success, small steps along the way, and then you'll finally get there. Okay. So the next thing, they're going to, tell you this all the time. You got to sleep well. I mean, sleep is so important to the body, right? Whether it's you get enough sleep at night or just napping throughout the day, I mean, whatever works for you. I mean, plenty of people have done things over the centuries, and attest to how they sleep to be the best way, whether it's napping throughout the day or getting a big rest at night. Just find a way that works for you, but the body needs rest. It needs recovery. It needs that time, to rebuild its muscle, to rebuild, your thoughts, to sleep on your dreams, so that you can wake up refreshed and then tackle the day. So, make sure you're getting your sleep. The next one is going to be belief. You got to have belief in yourself, belief in the world and good things, and that they're coming your way. I try to be the eternal optimist, no matter what I'm going through, I always try to see the good of it, and a lot of people poo-poo all that stuff, it's just like, whatever, it doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter what you think on a consistent basis. It does matter having a strong mental attitude and having a belief in something, and you got to write down what you believe in. Write down what you want, write down your purpose. Belief is so important, and having faith in the good things in life and what you want to accomplish. The last thing, this is going to be a big one, is network. So basically what I mean when I say network is, your friends, your family, the people in your life, the people in your business, going out and being part of a community of people, because we're designed actually to be, in a tribe, right? Human evolution, we didn't just survive on our own for the majority of the time. We survived in packs, and that's how we're built. So a lot of times now people are drawing, away from society, away from social gatherings, and they're all stuck online or whatever like that. You need to step outside yourself. You need to get back outside, make some connections with people, put yourself in uncomfortable situations, where you can grow, and grow your network and grow your friends and grow your, family. If you don't have a necessarily a good one, you can always pick up new brothers and new sisters and new moms and new dads. It doesn't matter where they come from, Everybody needs that, and that's a big deal. You got to surround yourself with people that are like-minded. And it's sad when people are just alone. So you got to step outside, find some people that have some of the same goals and ideas as you. And it might not always happen right away, but eventually it will. So I think that's going to do it. So let's review. The 6 keys to happiness is move every day, have grit, eat hearty, sleep well, believe, and then network. So hopefully that helps you guys out. I mean, it'll make a world of difference if you just take that on. If you just get up every day, you just start moving your body, right? And it'll make you a happier, healthier person, and you'll find your way. So, I just want to say to stay moving, stay humble, stay hungry, and stay ready.